Okay, how's everybody doing today? Great. All right, so what are we doing today? Let's see what we got. Mark, do a video on the introduction to the law of attraction and abundance. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. An intro to the law of attraction. All right, how's everybody doing today? Great to see you all. All right. Checking in, everybody's joining now, checking in. Hey, hi. Introduction to the law of attraction. Let's go for it. Great comments, I love it here. Hi. What is the law of attraction, people? This is an introduction to the law of attraction to make it simple. What is the law of attraction? I'm all ears. Do you guys believe in the law of attraction? Is it a fad? Is it real? Is it pseudoscience? Is it what they call a new age BS? Law of assumption, law of attraction, they're all the same thing, right? It's real, it's real. Well, all right. So yes, the law of attraction is very real. This is an introduction to the law of attraction. The law of attraction is basically your body. It's made up of cells. In your cells you have water. Water is charge, electromagnetic energy. So you're like a battery powered frequency vehicle. So you're going to always attract. So you live in what's called attraction based universe. Everything is attract, experience. All right. So you're just an attracting machine. So here's what it is. The cells in your body, your brain, your heart gives off electromagnetic energy. These go out into the real world, you see, and the real world also have some stuff there, like some energy stuff too, that is also the same level of frequency as yours. So in the real world, what you call the real world, I'm making it simple, so this is very simple. I'm not going to get technical because I want you to get this. The technicality can make it hard for people to understand, so I'm just going to use regular words and jargon so you can get it. In the real world, everything you see in the real world have a what they call a natural frequency. Everything has its own radio station in the real world. Okay? Hold on, I'm getting a download. Excuse me. I sneeze when I get downloads. So by the way, so first time it happened here on live. Alright. Okay, so let's go. So in the real world they have the frequency. So the frequency of the real world is looking for the next frequency to match it. So let's say now your body, right, have the frequency, right? Say you want a car, right? So there's a car out there that you want. A download is information you get from source, from the higher consciousness, like information, like like your phone gets downloads for new programs every time. You got to reset it. Your body and your mind and your brain also gets downloads every single day, every second. Most of the downloads you get, though, they go into your unconscious mind, so you're not able to really feel them or pick them up, but they're there. And then what happens when the downloads are ready to be retrieved, it gets processed and sends up to your regular mind, where you can then perceive them and take some action to achieve it. So the law of attraction now says the car's over there and you're over here. The car will have a frequency. If you match the frequency of the car, you're going to get the car in your life. That's what the law of attraction is. The law of attraction is how the world, the universe is made up. Everything you see is not a real solid object. It is just that. It's just attracting frequencies coming in. So now, an introduction to the law of attraction is the most important part about the law of attraction is your mindset. Your state of mind will determine your state of life. Your state of mind will determine your state of being, how you feel. So it all starts in the mind. If you have a positive mindset, you're going to have more positive lifestyle. If you have a negative mindset, you're going to have a negative style of life. Why is that? Because the only thing that rules the world is the mind. The only thing that creates reality is the thought energies. The energies of electromagnetic frequency waves, which they oscillate and they vibrate. At the rate of which they vibrate, they form physical objects to us. Our brains, your brain is a great magician. Your brain can take something and make it look real to you. That's the job of the brain. So that's what the law of attraction does. It brings into your life the things that your mindset is focused on more often. Does that make sense? You see how it works? The abundance part of the law of attraction. Now, within the law of attraction, there exist all these different possibilities out there that you can partake of. You can partake of these realities based on where your mindset is flowing. Your brain is constantly broadcasting information out to the universe stuff, right? So your brain is constantly sending stuff, all type of stuff. Some you know, some you don't know. And then whatever the brain sends out, it's going to come back to you in some form of way, some form of receiving, some form of whatever it is. So you can't turn off the brain. Also, you cannot turn off the law of attraction. You cannot turn off your cells from vibrating, okay? So you're always going to be doing or receiving or attracting something out there. The key is, what is it that you want to attract? Yes, it's not the change of the thoughts, correct. It's the change of your frequency. Your thoughts will change the frequency. The frequency is what you cannot see, or you cannot experience frequency. And what do I mean by that? You can experience thoughts, and thoughts will in turn change frequency. So thoughts apply through frequencies. You understand what I mean by that? If you think a positive thought, you're going to change to a positive frequency. No thoughts, no frequencies. Frequencies will create the experience, the physical experience for you. So now, what you want to do with this law is tune in your thought energy and your emotion energy. Yes, frequencies are in the following: thoughts and emotions. State of beings are how your vibration is, they're all the same, but they're just different. A frequency is where the object lives. A vibration is the vehicle to get you to the object. So in the universe, everything lives on frequencies. So your job here is to bounce from frequency to frequency. You're a frequency bouncer. And the vehicle you use to get to your frequency is your vibration. The more you keep vibing, the more you go to different frequencies. Now, the frequencies, everything lives on these frequencies. So that means success lives on a frequency, abundance lives on a frequency, lack lives on a frequency. So frequencies do not judge. All type of frequencies exist. Okay? So, what frequency do you want to get on? What frequencies do you want to get on? The highest frequency doesn't really mean too much. Remember, you're a human being, so you want experiences. Someone says money and comfort. All right, so someone says love frequencies. All right, so if you want to get on the money and comfort frequency or the love frequency, you're going to have to vibrate love and money frequency. Someone says freedom frequency. So to get on the freedom frequency, you have to vibrate freedom. So the question is, what's the vibrational code for love? What's the vibrational code for money and comfort? And what's the vibrational code for freedom? Because everything has a frequency. So your vibration have to match to get to the frequency. So what do you think is the codes for those things? How do you vibrate on love? How do you vibrate on money frequency? How do you vibrate on comfort frequency? How do you vibrate on freedom frequency? Anyone know the answer to that? That's correct. You vibrate on those particular frequencies by emitting or replicating or duplicating the frequency in your own state of being. So if you want to get to the frequency of money, you got to duplicate money in your feelings. So you got to duplicate so there's money you want, you have to feel like you already have money. See? Love you want, you got to feel like you already been loved. Freedom you want, you got to feel like what it is to be free. You got to replicate the frequency. That's the vibration. So once you replicate the frequency, your subconscious mind, which takes you there, which creates it, remember, it's illogical, so it's going to always buy into that. It's always going to say yes, yes, yes. Your subconscious mind says, yes, okay. So that's what people call fake it till you make it. This is what people call act as if, right? See how it works? Is that, I mean, yeah, it is that simple. Now, if you do it consistently, like say you do it daily, you're going to create what you call a frequency lock. So now you have a bridge that's locked to get to the frequency. It can be challenging in different environments, that's correct. It can be challenging, but if you're focused enough and you repeat it enough, you can overcome the challenge. A matter of fact, there's an easy way to overcome challenges. The easiest way to overcome challenges is to pretend they don't exist. Did you know that? Yeah, the easiest way to overcome a challenge is to not give a challenge a meaning of a challenge. To change a challenge to something else that's going to be easy for you to accomplish. Why don't you look at a challenge as a feedback? Why don't you look at challenge as there's no challenge, there just is? Why don't you look at there are no problems? Because remember, you're feeding the universe, so it's what you say becomes the real stuff. We have Empress says, I keep pretending my skin is healed and is getting better each day. Correct. So we live, remember I told you live in a pretend universe. Develop a solution-based mindset, and it is normal to be abundant. Correct. So that's the law of attraction in a nutshell. It's like the law of attraction is embedded in the quantum physics world. So you cannot change it. Listen, even if you don't believe the law of attraction, it's still going to work because it doesn't care about what you believe. It's locked into that stuff. It's just like we talk about the gravity stuff, right? If you jump up, you're gonna come down. Someone might say, I don't believe in jumping up. I believe when I jump up, I'm gonna just keep going and going and going. How's that working out? That's not working out. You jump up, you're gonna come down. So these are what we call the laws. They are stuck, and you and I can't change or fix. They're just how it is. And how it is in this world, this universe is, we are attracting based on our thoughts and our feelings and our state of beings. That's how it always is. That's how it always was, ever will be, And that is a great thing because it says that you have a lot of control. You definitely have a lot of control in manifesting and creating your life by what I call design. The control you have really is every single person are aware of what they're thinking. You know what you're thinking in your head. You're observing your thoughts right now. So you can make a decision to keep that thought going, or you can make a decision to, I want to tune that thought. I don't like that thought. You can do it. Yeah, once you understand, as you said, once you understand that there is no outside, you can stop reacting to the three-dimensional world. That's correct. You said it. Once you understand that there is only the inside that makes outside, that's when the game totally changes in your favor. You can turn it around. You can create the life you want. That's what it is. That's how it comes down. That's the bottom line of this name of this game here. The bottom line is you can turn it around right now. How do you turn it around, Mark? Your self-concept. See, you guys are giving me all the answers. I'm just repeating them. Look at that. This is great. You're throwing them the answers, and I'm just repeating them to everyone else. That's what you call alignment. See, that's what you call in flow. When I'm speaking and you give me the answers and we're flowing. See, what I'm about to say, you already know the answer. So when you ask me, it's correct. Someone always said the answer before the answer. It's your self-concept. You have to give you gotta give a new self. You gotta have a new self. You know, like you get up every day, you got a new wardrobe, you put on your clothes and all that stuff. You can do that to yourself. You know that, right? You can create a new self. Yesterday you were this lack, doubtful person. Today you can be this abundant, brilliant person. Self-concept. Concept, the word concept. It's real easy to develop self-concept. how easy it is to develop self-concept with your thoughts. Can you think about the new you? What does the new look like? What is it wearing? Or how is it living? What is it doing? That's you. Can you do that? You do that, you're on your way to a new self. The self now creates personality, personal reality. So you develop new self-concept, you develop a new personality. And then you're going to start to believe it. That's right, the belief finishes off. The belief finishes it off for you. The awareness turns it on. See that? There again, you guys give me all the answers. Belief finishes it. Belief is the closer. Awareness is the opener. And you start doing that, then you start rocking the world, man. You start changing your life, your destiny. All these great things will start coming for you, coming to you. You're going to get love, you get money, you get abundance, you win the lottery, you get your dream home, you get your dream car. Your business will start making 10K, 20, 50K. Your trading game will go up. Your real estate business will skyrocket. You get the role as the actress. Your movies, your music starts going viral. The record companies start reaching out to you now because you've been 2 years trying to make music, and now you just figured this thing out. All of a sudden, within the next 2 weeks, all these labels start calling you up. Your artwork starts selling. Your doggy business makes a lot of money. All these things start making money for you because you've changed your self-concept. Your self-concept will go to the other people. Once you change your self-concept, everyone else gets a new download of your self-concept. The old concept leaves. The reason why everyone will get a new download, they're going to get a new copy of yourself. So I'll give you an example. If you, let's say in your work job, and for 5 years everybody knowing you as this person that you're not very confident, you're not very, you're just not very that person. So they knew you for 5 years. And if you learn this secret today and you go home tonight and you visualize and you see yourself, and tomorrow you go back to work, and then as you go to work tomorrow, people are going to start to look at you different, and then you go for another week, after about 2 weeks, after a month, they're going to accept your new self-concept. The 5 years that they know you will totally be changed now because your subconscious is going to go to their subconscious and say, hey, you got to delete that old file of his old concept. This is the new him. This is the new you. So I want you to replay this for him. They align with you, and then they have to accept it. And then when they accept it, they're going to have to reflect it back to you. That's how you're going to get your big break. Yeah, someone here says, that happened to me a lot. I mean, a lot of them became jealous. Jealousy is the beginning of success for you, from other people otherwise, not for yourself. So, you start doing that, game changes for you. All you have to do is just decide, like you said, and jump in. Is this an example of quantum physics? Yes. A particle will always come to another particle that's giving off the same frequency. That's how particles work. That's an example of quantum physics, yes. So you gotta show it in yourself first, and then everybody else is gonna follow with you. You see how easy that is, right? See how simple that is? Why does our schools and our stuff make it so hard and so difficult? I don't know why they do it, but it's a matrix thing. Maybe they're doing it to keep you down, to distract you. Haters and fame will be a part of the process. You gotta accept it. Once you get to the level of this, using the law of attraction to get to your dream state, you're gonna have to accept. Just like you have the spoils of wealth, you're gonna have the spoils of the other side. You're gonna get haters, and you're gonna get jealousy. It comes with the territory. You can't have one without the other. No successful person will be free of ridicule. It doesn't just happen. You're gonna have your pundits. Every successful person must carry his or her critic. It's a package deal when you get to the level you want to get to. You gotta accept the package deal. You're gonna get the fame and the fortune, but you're also gonna get the hate, the dislike. But guess what? I got good news for you. you don't have to let that affect you anyway. Just know that it's part of the process and just ignore it. If you ignore it, you'll be good. Now, if you're not ready for that, then don't go for that, because it's part of the deal. You know what my philosophy is? Someone just said it here a little bit. My philosophy is this: what other people's opinion of me, it's not my business. What's more important is what my opinion of myself is. Your opinion of me is none of my business. What's important is what my opinion of myself is. So that means you don't count. You're automatically canceled out. I'm the only one that counts, because I'm the one in this movie. You're a co-star, a co-actor, an extra in my movie. So you can tell people you can hate all you want, you can do all that you want, still cannot affect me. You have to see it like that, because if you don't, then people are gonna really get to you, man. You can't let people get to you, because they're not you. You are the star of your own movie. I think you forgot the role you play here. You see, guys, what happened is you were all gods, and when you came down here, they knocked you in your head and gave you amnesia to forget that you were gods. So you're down here playing this role of struggle and lack, and you don't even realize the power you have as a god. They gave you amnesia. And the evidence is out there to show you are a god. Gods are beings that self-replicate, render information into reality. That's a god. You don't know. Gods control stuff. Gods can never be destroyed. The energy, who they are, can never go anywhere. It has to come back. Gods take on roles. They can come down and transmutate as beings, me and you. They can go back up. They can go to another dimension and become another me or you. I mean, that to me, that sounds like a god, right? So, right? Gods we are not gods. Stop it. I want this person, you know, it's good to have these debates here. Can this person prove to me why we are not gods? First of all, please give me the definition of a god before you come in. And religion is not the god, okay? We're talking science and physics here. So if you can show me from a scientific and in a physics, in a scientific way, I'm all down for this debate right now. So go ahead, chat in the comment. Tell me why we are not gods. Tell me why I should stop it that we are not gods. And listen, science-based, all right? Not religious, fantasy, story-based. I can't have a discussion with you if you're gonna come with me with like stories. I can have a discussion with you if you can show me from a scientific aspect why we are not gods, and I can definitely show you from a scientific aspect that we are indeed gods. So let's get it on the roll. Let's go. Let's go. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Where's this person at? We are not gods. Stop it. Come on. I'm looking for you. I'm looking. Tell me when he tell me when he give me an answer. I was afraid this was gonna happen, because he doesn't know the answer, because he says we're not gods because someone told him we're not gods. People don't take time to research their own self, their own beginnings, their own DNA, where they come from. They don't take time. They just listen to what people tell them, man, and they repeat it without no thing. Just like people tell you your name is Mark. My name isn't Mark. That's me. That's not me. That's a title I was given. That's not who I am, man. I bet most people don't recognize that. I bet you know your name is not your name. They gave you that. So I'm looking. Come on, give me something. I'm not. You're right. I'm not even human being. That's a name I was given as well. Age. That's a name I was given as well. Skin color, ethnicity, names I was given, man. I know this. Do you know that? So where is the person? I'm looking for the answer. Are anyone in here? Go tell me right now. Type it in. Show this guy right here that he has a bunch of BS, that he's not a god. And all of you are not gods. Write it down for me. And the only rule to this is you have to do it with science. Because science, we can prove it, and there's no debate with science. You cannot do this with a book, with some stories, with some religious text. It ain't gonna work. You got to do it with where we can verify it. I have the receipts to back it up. I'll bring the receipts out when you bring the reason why we're not. Okay, he's gone. All right. For anybody else, please feel free to join in and tell me. All right. So remember this, and I'll leave you with one of the receipts because I gotta go. Here's one of the receipts I want to leave you with, so you can ponder for yourself. You ready for this receipt? Here's a receipt. If you put your cells under a microscope, okay? Any part of your cells in your body, we're going to put it under an electron microscope. And we're going to magnify your cell. And then we're going to go beyond your cell. And then what we're going to see when we go beyond your cell is nothing. And then when we go even better, we're going to see some little things like they're vibrating like this. And we call those the electrons and the atoms. And when we're going to look into those electrons and those atoms, we're going to see something even more fascinating. We're going to see that 99% of that little ball of energy is empty space. So what we're going to come back now into the what we call the macro world, not the micro world now. We're going to come back up to the human being. And then what you're going to realize is like 99% of you is not here. That's what I'm going to leave you with. Let that sink in.